What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know we tas. Wega! Super Norteno time, right? Let's get it in. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate the support. I'm ready to beat someone's ass right now, right? So I got an unusual call yesterday, man. Not my usual day, right? And I got some bad news, I guess, right? It's always unfortunate when you have a family member that you're close to, man, and you can't be there to back their play, right? And even though you know they're a stupid ass and they say stupid things or do stupid stuff that you try to preach against and try to tell them over and over again not to do it, whooping. Ricky just doesn't listen. So for those of you that don't know, there's a Fresno fair, right? The Fresno fair is off the hook, or at least it used to be off the hook. I guess it was off the hook Saturday for Ricky, right? But I've been to the Fresno fair a couple times, and I could tell you each and every time that I went to that motherfucker, we got off. One time with the Asians, man, them TRGs slid through and let us have it, right? We was in that motherfucker like, whoop it, right? It was going down. Another time I got into it with some perro chatos, some Bulldogs, right? And I can tell you guys right now, man, the incident with the Bulldogs was not as crazy based upon I was with a Bulldog. So my prima, Brianna, she's married to a perro. So we were there with him and a couple of his homeboys. It was some of my primos, and we were just chilling in that motherfucker. So they had conflict with other dogs, right? Some internal shit. And we got involved. So it wasn't no North and Bulldog shit. It was fucking family stuff, you know, and you know, I was in that motherfucker like Norte gang, fool. Tas. They were barking like a motherfucker. But that's that. So Saturday night, so yesterday I get a call. And it's my tia, and she calls. And I say unusual because she don't ever call me. I usually have to call them. See, back in the days, my tia used to call me because I was close. Hey, fucker, I need money. But that's how she would call. What's up? I need money, fucker. Fuck face. Number 2, I need money. I said, oh, okay, I need money too. No, but you fucking have money. If not, you're young enough to go out there and get it. My shit is worn out. It's already worn, mijo. My shit, I need a fucking lift. Like fucking Chris Jenner, I need a lift. Bring my chin up. That shit needs to lift. These are not lifted no more. I need hydraulics, mijo. Go to Red and get some hydraulics and lift them from Sanjo. So that's when my tia used to call me all the time. But yesterday she calls me. And I could hear Ricky in the background. I'm wondering, why the fuck did this fucker call me, right? Why is my tia calling me? She's like, I need you to talk to the stupid son of a bitch. I'm like, why? What happened? She was like, I don't fucking know, man. He's all pumped up. We'll talk to him. He said he got his fucking head cracked open yesterday. I said, what? Right? So I'm like, what's up? Because Rick's been cool since he's been out. He's been out the mix, man. He's active. He's still in that mix. But he's not like, he's getting older. You know what I'm saying? When you get older from having the weight of the world on your shoulder, you kind of just lean back. And so I'm like, well, what happened? You know, let me talk to him. So I could hear Sheila in the background. I could hear everyone doing their thing. The kids are older now. His kids are like teenagers. He has a couple 18-year-olds, like, or a couple of them. He has an 18-year-old, like a 16, 17-year-old. So they're older, right? You know what I'm saying? Lionel Richie's like 18 now, straight up. So I could hear his kids in the back. I could hear him. I'm like, hey, what's up? All right. So he jumps on the phone. He's like, what's up, primo? And I could hear the way he's talking. He's like, what's up? I'm like, what's wrong with you? You fucking high or what? Oh, fuck, my lips fucked up. I said, what happened? So this is what happened. I guess they went to the Fresno fair. Stupid, right? The Fresno fair, you got a bunch of Edgars running around. You got a bunch of motherfuckers that you can't tell who's who. Not like back in my days. Back in my days, F-14, Bulldog, Fresno State, like you knew right off the top, like those are perros. You had the fucking Asians, TRG, MOD, like that. There's some Asians right there, brother. They got guns, I guarantee it, right? Then you see the Africanos, you know, 6'2" diamonds and all these different fucking, you know what I'm saying? I think it was the U-Boys, I think, if I'm for sure, right? You had just all these different African-American gangs that were going on, Crips and Bloods, and then you had a few Norte thugs from West Fresno, but you didn't really see them too much at the fair. They didn't do that for content purposes, right? So anyways, I guess Saturday they went to the fair. They went to go take their kids. And I guess Lionel Richie, he's getting older now. He's a gang member now. See, I didn't know this shit. But guess what he is? You'll never guess. I'll give you guys a second to think about it. What do you think he is? Did you say Norteno? Whooping! Nope. Did you say Bulldog? Not even close. That motherfucker's a South Sider, eh? A black and Mexican and white and green South Sider, right? Because he grew up in Gustine and he grew up with my tias, and his grandmother lives in Winton. So they're always in Winton. So, of course, being in Winton, he's part of Winton Barrio Parque, I guess. He thinks, right? I doubt it. But that's what he thinks. But anyways, the Southsider. That's what happens. Ricky got cursed like I got cursed. My daughter's a Southsider, right? She used to be. She's a mother now. She's doing her own thing. But for a while, she thought I was like, on A-Town, essay, right? I was like, what? Are you kidding me? But I just let her go with it because she's my baby and whatever, right? But this motherfucker, whoop it! I don't fucking like it. I don't like Southsiders. His own fucking son. Well, we say it's his son. Became one. So anyways, they go to the fair. And it's his son's old lady. It's fucking Brianna. It's her fucking bulldog old man. It's Ricky. It's a ragtag. The Goonies. The fucking Goonies. And of course, Sheila Sloth. Or what's it? Hey, you guys, I want a corn dog and a rodeo burger. Right? So they all go on Saturday night. My tia said, hey, those fuckers went. I told them not to go, but mijo, they don't listen to us. We know what time it is. I said, yeah, I know what time it is. You don't go to the fucking Fresno Fair anymore. Now they got a bunch of Edgars with tight-ass pants and AR-15s. You just don't go. But I guess they went as a family thinking it wasn't going to be no issue. They went in the daytime. Well, guess what? His fucking son decides he wants to wear all blue to the Fresno Fair. Now, look, one thing I know Bulldogs hate even more than Norteños are Southsiders. It's always been like that. That's one thing that never changed over the years. Okay? So I guess they're walking around, and Ricky, he dresses clean out 501s, creased up, red belt, whatever. You know, say, whoop. He's getting his Welgon, but he's getting his OG Welgon now. One of them OGs were like, they won't fuck with them anymore. You know, back in the day, whoop, I don't give a fuck if they're a Southsider or a werewolf, I want them, right? Now he knows better. So he's walking around with Brianna's old man, who's a fucking OG, well-known bulldog out there, right? Sanger area type shit. And as they're mobbing around, I guess Ricky's son starts getting mean mugged. Now, he looks like one of the Commodores. So if you see him, he has the braids, all that. I mean, the last time I seen him, he had his shit all whipped up. He looked like his shit was half blown out. He looked like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the closet. The light-skinned version. You know, he looked like, who's that motherfucker? Terrence Howard. You know what I'm saying? Whip that trick, homie, whip that trick. That's how he looks. You know, every time I see him, I said, it's easy like Sunday morning. Right? That's easy like Sunday morning. That's my little nephew. So anyways, I guess they're mobbing around and dudes are staring at him. He ain't no punk. He got his dad gene. I don't even know if it's his dad. It's not his dad, but he grew up with him, right? So he doesn't have his gene, but he has his fucking stupidness. So I guess there's some fucking perros walking by, some bulldogs. They keep staring at him. They're trying to figure him out. Like, who is this guy? My prima's old man sees what's going on. So he walks up to me. He's like, hey, nephew, come here. I don't know how it is in like American ways, but in Mexican families, if you're our fucking little primo, you're our nephew, right? You call us tios. That's just how it is. So I guess they walk up to him. They're like, hey, come over here, right? And he's like, hey, watch out. Those are the little bulldog homies. And he was like, oh, I thought they were just little Edgars. He said, yeah, but they're with the business, bro. You got to watch out for these little cats. Like, these cats are mean mugging. So he's like, I know fucking punk. He said, yeah, but you're with me. And I'm going to have to back you up. And see, the way my backup works is, I just don't want to, right? So as they're walking around the fair a little bit more, what happens is Ricky and Sheila, I guess they go to eat, of course. With Sheila, that's where you're always headed. I want the cotton candy, right? Ricky's like, what? I like cotton candy. I want the red kind. It's pink, stupid ass. It looks red to me. So they're over there doing their thing. Well, his son is with his old lady, and they go to ride some fucking ride called the Zipper. This is the story Ricky's telling me. They go to ride the Zipper. There's a long line, and these bulldogs walk past, and they say something to him, right? And he turns around, and he's like, Sur ese. Sur gang, right? Sur gang from fucking looking like Tommy Guns in that motherfucker, right? They might have mistaken him for Tommy Guns because he looks kind of like him. Only fucking he's not as dumb, right? So anyways, I'm just fucking around. I like Tommy Guns. Sur gang. You can tell by the writing on the wall. So they said when I was born I was gonna be a woman. Is that what they said? Damn. That's odd. So anyways, These guys are walking by. He starts chunking with like 4 Bulldogs. He's getting jumped, but he's handling his business. Well, of course, fucking Brianna's old man sees him and he's going trying to break it up. He's not trying to put hands on dogs. He's trying to break it up. And Ricky is over there at the corn dog stand getting the giant corn dog with this fucking old lady, Sheila, right? She's the Gleazy gobbler. She's already 4 fucking hot dogs in. And she sees her son and, hey, she's Mama Bear, cuz. Oh, she's Mama Bear. She sees her son, she's chunking him. That's one thing I could say about Sheila. Hey, the only time I've ever seen her drop food is if her kid like fell, like down a few flight of stairs. Like the first flight, she'd like, get up, you're good. But this motherfucker, he's getting stomped, right? So she takes off running. So Ricky's like, Whoopin, where are you going? The corn dogs are coming, right? And then he sees his son and he jumps into super Norteno Huelga mode. And he just gets in the mix. Well, he's fighting. I guess one of these little motherfuckers, I don't know how he has it. He has a bar in his arm and he cracked fucking Ricky's whole mask, busted his whole face and his lip, split him, knocked him out. So I guess at that time, my cousin Brianna's like, you fucking little punks. She's getting in the mix. One of the dudes slaps her. One of the little dogs slaps her, allegedly, right? And that was that. OG dog started getting off. Boom, boom, boom. Well, there's some other OG dogs that are walking from college. I guess they know him, right? So they see him with these little youngsters like, what's up, homie? And now you got dogs fighting dogs. My primo's knocked out, laid out. His son is stomped out too, right? Sheila's getting down with the dude. Boom, boom, boom. This dude hits her, fucks her up, right? Brianna's old man's like, hey, it's kick back, bro. It's Bulldogs, right? And they're like, what's up, dog? You backing these fools up? He's like, this is my family, fool. They're like, hey, fuck that. This fucking East Side Fresno, whatever, they're doing their thing, right? The medics had to come. They had to rush fucking Ricky into surgery. They split his shit all the way from right here, all the way to his jaw. It looks like he got whacked from what I'm hearing, right? I didn't see no pictures yet. I told my Tesha, I can't figure out how to work the fucking phone. Come here, stupid ass. I'm going to take a picture. I guess he was in the hospital all day yesterday. Here I'm watching the football game on live, drinking a beer, thinking I'm cool. And my fucking primo's fucking in the hospital, right? So I'm upset. I'm upset with myself because I couldn't back his play. Since we're little kids, I always backed his play. He backed my play a lot too, right? There was times I needed him. Like I needed that fucker, and he was there. But it hurts my heart that I couldn't back his play, you know? Ricky's a good dude, man. At the end of the day, he is what he is, but he's trying to do the right thing, man. You know, he's trying to stay out the way. He's not really like stressing off anything anymore. Like he's been to prison a few times, so he knows what time it is. So he's not acting all J-Cat like he's, whooping, I want to fucking fight. Like he'll still fight and he'll still get off, but he's not going to like push the issue unless the issue is there. Now, according to what I heard from my tia, his son got fucked up even worse than he did. I didn't really, you know, saying Lino is Lino. So I didn't, you know, you deserve that little fucker for saying Sul Gang, right? But my primo is like an older gentleman now. You know what I'm saying? He's in his 40s. He doesn't deserve that, man. But that's a lesson to be learned for him, and it's a lesson to be learned for everyone. Go fucking around in someone else's backyard, you're going to get bit, especially by a bulldog. That's why I didn't frequent Fresno like that. Like I used to go in Fresno. I get a lot of love from Fresno. Shout out Fresno, right? Huron, Clovis, all that area, Sanger. I got a lot of love. I got a lot of homies from there. But I knew when to wiggle away from the east side when it was time. Okay? Because dogs, one thing about them is they don't like north or south. And if you're in their city, they're going to eat you up. They're going to chew on you a little bit. They're going to get you. You know what I'm saying? The dog catch ya. The dog catch ya. Do the dog. I remember when they used to say, F14, but the dog, bow, wow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yeah. I used to be like, oh, shit. Once you heard that song, you start hearing barking, you already know, get the fuck out of there. So, you know, fairs are no joke. I could tell you several incidents at the fair, man. I'm going to tell you guys one real quick, man, where me and Ricky got into with some Southerners. Merced Fair, right? I think I might have told the story, man. There was some Southsiders, man. They were wiggling through there. And we happened to run into them, man, and we got off. We all got off. It was a good one, man. It was a big old melee, right? So these fairs, I learned a long time ago not to go to anymore. Because it's just a breeding ground for gangbanging and idiots, you know, especially by the beer gardens. You know how they always have a beer gardens at the fair? Stay the fuck away from the beer gardens. Drunk ass idiots, man, always want to throw chingazos. In California, it's different. In California, we warn on you. We bomb on you, motherfuckers. We do our job. You think you my motherfucker? We the motherfucker mob, right? You know how they get it. But yeah, so the update is Ricky got beat up. That fool got concussioned out the game. He was sitting there looking like fucking Hey, I was trying to talk to you. I said, is that how you talk now? I said, that's what your active ass guy. I said, I told you about getting active. He said, my son. I get it, man. You know, if it wasn't for his son, then he'd be getting away from stuff. But it's just crazy the way the world works, man. How both myself and him both had kids that were Southerners. It's the way it is. That's why when motherfuckers talk that shit, like, ain't no motherfucking Southsiders in my city, and they right. I'm like, yeah, right. Shit, fool. There's Southsiders in every Northern California city. It's just the way it is, man, except for probably Livas. Livas is the only one. Livas holds it down. They ain't in Livas. They might have lived in Livas, but they didn't claim a bottle in Livas. That's a fact, right? But that's just the way it goes, man. You know, my tia said, he's gonna be all right. You got some fucking money? I said, what? So I sent a couple $100, man, for Band-Aids. And didn't want to. That's why I was broke and couldn't buy beer. You know what I'm saying? So it was unfortunate, but I'll say this, man. My primo, he's a solid dude. He'll recover. But I told him, I was like, hey, you got to get away from the gangbanging shit. I'm not trying to turn him against the Norte, man. He's never will. They're gonna whack him before he falls off. He will never drop out. He doesn't know what that. He can't even spell that shit like in real life. But he's at the age now where they don't need him anymore. Like, stay out of prison, stay out the way, kick it with your fucking ugly fat old lady, and just live. Barbecue all day. The bitch likes to eat, right? That's like, it's meeting both your guys' fucking, meet her halfway, kick it in your backyard all flamed up and barbecue. And there you are. Whooping. What do you want, a hamburger? Right? Yeah, she does. A lot of them. So anyways, that's what happened, man. He got beat up at the Fresno Fair, which was crazy because I just heard about the Fresno Fair. Someone mentioned it in the live. They were like, hey, the Fresno Fair and shit. And I was like, damn, man, if they only knew. My primo got his ass whooped at the Fresno Fair. I don't know if anyone recorded it. And I was asking Sheila, I was like, hey, did you guys record it? She was like, I was too busy chunking them. What about Sheila? Sounds like a straight up author now. Back in the day, she had that little like woman voice. Now she sounds like fat. You know what I'm saying? Now she sounds like, I was talking to her and she sounded like gangster. I was like, what's up, Sheila? I haven't talked to her in a minute. What are you doing? She was like, nothing. I'm just right here kicking it. I was like, what? What the fuck is that, right? She was like, yeah, what's up? So what are you doing, man? I see you on YouTube talking about my pancake ass. Right? I was like, God damn, why do you sound like that? She was like, I have strep throat. No, you don't have strep throat. You have strep ass. You've always had that. But damn, what happened to you? So anyways, that's what happened, man. Ricky got his ass whooped. He'll be all right. He'll recover, man. And I was pissed. I was pissed last night. I couldn't sleep all night. I haven't slept all night. Haven't slept all night. I was pissed because I was pacing back and forth mad because it's like, damn, man. When my primo needed me, I could be there. And I know that fucker. I know he's like, help me. You know what I'm saying? No, they cracked his shit. I guess they hit him with the bar. Bulldogs are vicious in Fresno, man. I tell dudes, you know, I see the North and I see the South. I see everyone. And the Bulldogs get a lot of grief. I'm going to be doing a Bulldog video sometime this week, man. That's very relevant to what's going on nowadays, man. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you guys tap in. But I see a lot of the Bulldogs get a lot of hate. Like, oh, they ain't with the program. Look. Go into Fresno and go figure that motherfucking shit out. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to wiggle up onto your program and program on it. It's just the way it is. But you got to learn your lesson about going anywhere. And I advise people, man, you're older now, man. Don't go flamed up or blew down at the fairs and all that and thinking you're cool. Because you don't get your mask cracked like Ricky. That motherfucker now, he's not like this. Now he's just like that. Whooping. This shit's broke down. He got his wings clipped. He got his fucking well-got wings broken. Anyways, so that's what went down, man. I'm not as upset as I was yesterday. This morning, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking like, right? I'm going to tell you what happened. What happened is you fucking let those Bulldogs beat your ass. His fucking son's an idiot too, man. I can't wait to talk to him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He was with his grandma. Him and his old lady live with the grandma, right? Which is Sheila's mom. And fucking A, I know there are odd people when they walk around. His grandma's got hella freckles, white, red hair. Looks like Homie the Clown, right? And this kid's blacker than midnight, right? With this old lady who I heard is a Mexicana. They're all fucked up in that family. My family. Anyways, with that being said, man, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. I'm sorry this wasn't a funny-ass Super Norteno, but it is what it is. I got part 4, the end, coming today. Superwood. Are you guys ready for the conclusion of that story? Are you guys ready? I know I made you wait the whole weekend, man. I was busy this weekend. I'm busy every weekend, pretty much, man. Trying not to be, but it just be like that. Anyways, this video right here was sponsored. I know there's a hater out there that hates this. By Barrio Liquors, man. Shout out if you're in the Turlock area. Don't go to the Turlock Fair. They'll beat your ass over there too. Stanislaus Fair, they'll get you. They got me. But go over there, man, to Vario Liquors in Turlock, man. Go support the homeboy Lolly. Tell him Guns and Dubs sent you, man. And this shit is sponsored by him, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Whopping. I'm going to tell you whopping. Ricky got his ass whopping. That's what happened.